Let's now talk more about all this. Let's bring in Dr. Jayne Morgan. She's a cardiologist and the executive director of the Piedmont Healthcare COVID Task Force. So good to see you, Dr. Morgan. So 3 vaccines now with authorizations for booster shots. What are you telling patients about whether they should get one or not, if they're eligible, of course?
Right. So if you're eligible, certainly for these messenger RNA vaccines, and thanks for having me today, Fred, for this Pfizer and Moderna vaccine, it's pretty clear on what the advice is for these particular groups, 65 and older, people who are healthcare workers or in institutionalized situations, and those at severe risk of developing complications and disease if you were to contract COVID-19. And that includes pregnant women. Pregnancy is included in that group of people who are considered to be at high risk for severe disease. And then with the Johnson&Johnson vaccine, we see that with that second dose, we get that increase in that immunity that we are looking for. And we see as well, both Moderna and Johnson&Johnson were approved to move forward.
So they all had relatively impressive efficacy rates, but Johnson & Johnson's had a lower one at about 72% versus Moderna and Pfizer's, which were 94 and 95%. But now we are, now to understand that with a booster, Johnson & Johnson is 100% with efficacy. That's pretty impressive. And if that's the case, many people are kind of wondering, why didn't they just do 2-dose from the beginning?
That's such a great question, Fred. And one of the reasons is that, the bar for vaccinations is at least over 50% for the FDA. So in their single dose formulation, they reach 72% efficacy. When we look at the data that was submitted to the FDA in the briefing documents for Moderna and Pfizer, with 1 dose, they reached about 35 to 45%. You can recall, it was their second dose that got them to that 94 and 95. And so the question is whether Johnson & Johnson should have been a 2-dose regimen the same as Moderna and Pfizer.
Is it your feeling, however, though, because 1 dose sure is appealing to a lot of people, that even though the efficacy rate was low, it did encourage a lot more people, perhaps, that may have been a little bit more hesitant to actually get vaccinated?
No, absolutely. And also, we certainly have groups that absolutely benefit from this Johnson & Johnson vaccine. And we want to always remember that. And we also want to remember that it was 100% protective against death and hospitalization. And those were the main endpoints. And although there was a slightly less efficacy with regard to symptomatic infection, the main endpoints of complications and death held very well. We see with this Delta variant, all of the vaccines were under challenge, and the Johnson & Johnson vaccine probably more so than Moderna and Pfizer.
All right. What about on the issues of the mixing and matching doses from different vaccines? The FDA isn't saying anything about it officially, but studies from outside the U.S. seem to indicate that it is effective to do so.
Right. And we see these studies, and we have to remember, first of all, that these studies are in preprint and they are not peer reviewed. That being said, what is demonstrated in these studies is that it does appear to be safe to mix and match these vaccines. That includes Johnson & Johnson with Moderna and Pfizer. And we do see these responses, these different responses after we get these additional doses of Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson, with Moderna seeming to perform somewhat better than Pfizer.
FDA says it's also reviewing Moderna's application for children ages 12 to 17 as expeditiously as possible. Pfizer already has authorization for that age group. Are there any lingering concerns out there for any potential side effects for that age group?
And I think when we think about this younger and younger and younger demographic, as we do these bridging down studies, Pfizer and Moderna have gotten it absolutely right that they must do a dose finding phase, because as we get younger, our immune systems are less mature. And so we see that Pfizer reduced its dose by 2/3, and we see that Moderna halved its dose. And we may see, as we get into younger and younger demographics, lower doses as well. Absolutely, one of the tenets of medicine is always want to give the least amount of medication for the maximal effect. And so we will look for that in children as well.
All right. Dr. Jayne Morgan, always good to see you. Thank you so much. Be well.
Thanks, Fred. Great to see you as well.